Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Okay, I'm currently live, and a lot of people have sent me that Alexa Nikolas has just posted a video addressing, the thing is called Alexa Nikolas addresses the Drake Bell video in all capitals. And, oh, sorry, was I just frozen that entire time? Sorry, I'm doing a freeze frame actually. I'm not frozen, it's part of the gig, it's part of the gig, it's part of the gig. Anyway, I'm really glad to see this actually because I did see a lot of people tag me and stuff when it comes to Alexa, and I've been very supportive of Alexa, and Alexa was very lovely to me during the Colleen time, and I'm profusely, big word actually, I'm profusely grateful for that. And I have a lot of respect for what she does in speaking up for victims, and I have a lot of respect for her whenever it comes to speaking up for child stars, and I just have a lot of respect for her. One thing that kind of stood out for me a little bit that I was kind of like, ugh, was that on the Quiet on Set documentary, obviously Alexa Nikolas was involved in it and Drake Bell was involved in it. And I was getting tagged so much that Alexa Nikolas in the past has, you know, made videos about Drake Bell and Drake Bell's allegations, and that they were all starting to get deleted around the time when the Quiet on Set documentary was, you know, coming to be made. And I'm going to be honest, I side-eyed it a lot. You know my opinion on Drake Bell. I think that Drake Bell can be a victim and an abuser at the same time. I do think he is a victim and an abuser. I think it's devastating what happened to him as a child, and I think it's devastating what he's done to other people. There was also a lot of people commenting on my videos saying that Drake Bell used to come to their college and kiss people. Don't know how true that is, but also one of my friends who's a journalist has also told me that that used to happen. And there's like a lot of stories. I don't know how true that is, so I'm just gonna say allegedly. But there's a lot of stories behind the scenes about Drake Bell that are about to come out. So whenever I double down on my distaste for Drake Bell, just also want to let you know that there's a lot of stories brewing behind the scenes that are about to come out against him. So not everything that I say is just based on public opinion, and I'm never going to be the one to say what is actually about to come out, because that is up to the people. But just know that there's just a lot of stuff about Drake Bell. So anyways, Alexa Nikolas was on Nickelodeon as a child star and was very heavily involved in the Quiet on Set, and is a part of Eat Predators, and has a YouTube channel where she talks about the dangers of you know, the entertainment industry, specifically for children, and I think she does a great job at that. So I am very interested to see this video where she's addressing the deletion of her coming at Drake Bell after they were on the documentary together. Anyways, let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, I know people are like, Twitter is toxic. It really is. Elon Musk really put the X in toxic. He really did, didn't he? I was always wondering what the X was for. And then lately I'm like, for toxic? That's what it is. It's a bunch of people like bashing each other. That's all it's become. And then some good things, spreading of information, sure. But so many people tearing each other down. For what? What does that do? Nothing. It actually just repeats the cycle of it. And now people feel justified and anonymous to go and try and tear each other down. And seeing how people have been treating Survivor.
Okay, I want to give you a little bit of context on what she's talking about right now. So this is one of the things she's talking about. So Alexa released merch, and I saw a lot of people talking about this. She released a shirt that says Sickelodeon. Is it still available to buy? Oh, it is. Okay. So she released merch right after Quiet on Set, and a lot of people had a problem with it. This has 3 million views, and it has 1.7 thousand quote replies and only 300 likes, which means that our girl got ratioed. And the replies are not great. They're not great. It's just a lot of people doing question marks. Girl, what? I don't want to read these things because I don't want it coming from my mouth, but just a lot of people saying, like, you're joking. Like, okay, people are just posting Trisha's shit, so I can't even go through this. But basically, it's people are just saying things like this. Oh, that's not, you cannot be serious. People are not loving it. People are saying that she's attempting to profit off of other sexual abuse and harassment. So people are just not. So anyway, that's what she's referring to whenever it comes to Twitter.
It's been very disappointing. And like people are like, oh, so why'd you delete the Drake Bell video? I'll tell you why I deleted the Drake Bell video. I deleted it because I was reading from an article that had false information in it. It said he was a registered SO. And that's where my basis was coming from. And it really pissed me off because that doesn't help survivors. That does the opposite. I want to read from things that are like factual and then go eat a predator. I don't like when like media outlets do that shit. I don't like it. Took it down because I didn't like that article that I was reading from. And I wanted to make another video. I did. That's more factual and really says how I feel. And then I was getting harassed from it, and now I don't really feel up to it, okay? As a survivor, I don't feel up to it. But to have people tell me what I think about it or how I feel about it, you don't know me. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I wanted to make a video from a factual space where I wasn't being like told what something was. I wanted to know what it was and eat a predator. But then I'm the problem. Got harassed weeks on end. So I'm not gonna make one. And I don't owe anyone anything. As a survivor, we don't owe anyone anything.
Okay. So, you know my thoughts on Alexa, but I have to be honest here. I do have to be honest here. Alexa is a part of something very big in calling out people that are predatory towards children. Alexa in the past has called Drake Bell out for those things, then deleted the video and is saying that the reason is because it was inaccurate. Alexa Nikolas is on the Quiet on Set documentary, which is very, very, very heavily featuring Drake Bell. So Alexa Nikolas is, in a sense, promoting Drake Bell, kind of like, you know, you're working together and, you know, so does, in only my opinion, does Alexa Nikolas have a responsibility to also speak about things that come out about Drake Bell to make the rest of what you talk about valid? Yeah, because is my mic cutting out for you? Or is it my earphones? Whoa, can you still hear me? Did that fuck up for you? Sorry, people are saying their Alexa's going crazy. Alexa, play Mariah Carey. Alexa, full volume. Is my mic fine? Or does it keep going in and out? I think it might be fine. It might just be my earphones again. Anyways, it sounds fine in my ears now. I do believe that she has a responsibility. I understand and appreciate that you don't have to make a video for anybody, and I can understand if you're being harassed, which she is, how you wouldn't want to make a video kind of as like a fuck you, fuck you. However, to make a video about Drake Bell, delete it, and then do a documentary where both of you are heavily featured in it, it is not a great look. And oh god, oh, I'm sweating. Oh my god. Ooh. It's coming across dishonest. I'm gonna listen to you a little bit more, but to say, ooh, my hands are sweating actually. To say that, actually, I'm just gonna say my opinion, double down on it, whatever. To say that, oh, I was gonna make a video about Drake Bell, but now I'm not going to because I'm being harassed. I understand that that could be the reason, but it also seems like a great way of evading the fact that Drake Bell has been called out for things and you're now heavily associating with him and you don't want to have to talk about what he's actually being accused of. That's my opinion. Casey said, I feel like Alexa usually has good takes, but I think this shirt alongside the Drake Bell thing is making me a bit uncomfortable. Feels off. That is my opinion of it. I understand being harassed and not wanting to make a video, but I think from an integrity point of view, you should want to also educate your audience on what Drake Bell has been accused of, whether it comes to the things with children, the things he's pled guilty to, the abuse that his ex-girlfriends have accused him of from throwing down the stairs, all these different things. So we're going to continue hearing her video.
It feels good if I say that. I took it down. I was going to make another one, but I got bullied and harassed in a way.
People are commenting and being like, well, she has spoken about Drake Bell since the doc. She doesn't support him. But I don't understand because she's saying here that she was going to speak about him, but she didn't. So I'm confused.
I don't even want to touch it ever again. Oh. By survivors. People enabling my stalker, for example. So disturbing. I'm actually speechless. So I'm done with that. I'm not revisiting it. I know exactly how I feel about it, and I don't want to talk about it. I got
It's not a great look, I'm going to be honest. Whether she wants to admit it or not, after this documentary, she is associated with Drake Bell now, who has accusations against him on things that Alexa would call other people out for. But because she's being harassed for being associated with Drake Bell, which is what all this is stemming from, she's now saying, well, I'm not going to make it because fuck you guys. However, that's an easy way of not having to address that you've associated with someone who does things that you call other people out for. Kat said, watch the whole video, damn it. Will you let me fucking give commentary, damn it? If you want to go watch the fucking video without any stops, go and watch the video. We're here to fucking process and add commentary to it, Kat. Kelsey, thank you so much. The thing is, survivors can also be perpetrators. Yeah, that is true.
Got bullied out of being able to talk about it. What does that do? Then there was all these conspiracies and misconceptions and this and that. I was like, oh my God. What I just don't personally like is misinformation. For example, I comment on that TikTok thing because that was false. You had somebody on TikTok saying like Drake like covers up his tattoos to go hang out with minors by the ruins. This doesn't help survivors. Conspiracy theories, weird things like this, it doesn't help. I don't like it. And it was actually, I thought, very problematic because now some girl has to go on TikTok being like, I wasn't broomed. What? Let's talk about actual brooming. And let's not put people in a scenario where they are having to go onto TikTok and say that was their unalive cousin. I mean, that was wild. Someone put an emoji on top of someone's face who happened to be the girl's DEAD cousin. That I don't like, okay? There's things that I stand for and there's things that I do not like. That I really don't think is appropriate. I don't think it's helpful. And I actually think it's part of the problem. So I commented on it. I took a stand. I was going to take a stand about how I felt about Drake Bell, but I got bullied. So no. And that's the end of that with me.
I can understand. I can understand this point of view, but it's not coming across that authentic to me. If I'm being 100% honest. I think it's an excuse to not have to talk about the bad things that Drake Bell has done. And the other things about Drake Bell that will be coming out very soon. Like, I think saying like, So someone's commented and said that Alexa said, this doesn't help survivors, yet she's refusing to help survivors by spreading awareness about Drake Bell.
And I'm so tired of people asking me about it, and I understand why. But this is why. And I was even like afraid, like for the last few weeks, to like say this. F it. I took it down because I don't like that article. And I wanted to make a factual video that actually did the reported survivors justice and like, you know, and no, then I'm good. I'm going to live my life in peace moving through this. But I refuse to be bullied. I refuse to be harassed. And I refuse falsehoods about me. Don't we all? We should. Survivors have had enough.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was a soundbite, and I thought there was people outside my window like protesting me streaming right now. My heart dropped. My heart dropped.
No, thank you. And I like, you know, there was one person that specifically I blocked. And the reason why I blocked her was because she was legit saying defamatory tweets about me and enabling my stalker, who I have an RO against, and like posting his videos. And when I saw that, I was like, no, thank you. Don't need you in my life. Because if you really cared about survivors, you wouldn't spend all day harassing them, enabling their stalker, trying to hurt their feelings, forcing them to say something. That's not consent, by the way. Breaking the cycle, you know what that means? No coercion. That Twitter account is full of coercion and force. And I don't believe in that. I don't like coercion. What survivor likes coercion? I don't. So I blocked that person, and I'm glad I did. So when people are like, oh, you block someone, that means you support Drake. I blocked that person because that person was harassing me. I don't like that. That's personally not the way that I operate. Don't do it. Then I write an article on MSNBC News, and it was basically...
Now, this is what I want to hear her opinion of. This is what I want to say. Because this article that I think Kat wrote, shout out Kat, was really good, where it was detailing what Drake Bell has been accused of, kind of loosely. It was more so focusing on the fact that in the wake of Drake Bell getting all this support from speaking about what happened to him, which is great, it's suppressing the stories of people that have spoken out against him and is making people be like, oh, well, he obviously couldn't have done that to him because he was abused, or it doesn't matter if he did that to them because he was abused as well. So I'm excited to see her opinion on this.
Reported survivors were being harassed, which, first of all, don't harass anybody. I don't get what this harassment thing is.
Did she say reported survivors?
Then I write an article on MSNBC News, and it was basically about how the Drake Bell reported survivors were being harassed, which, first of all, don't harass anybody. I don't get what this harassment thing is. Don't harass anyone. What? By the way, like cyber bullying, all these things are illegal. Okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it. But I read this article and I was like, this is horrible. Like, no one should be harassed. No one. But then I saw the person that I blocked was mentioned in that article. And I found it really disturbing because that person who was mentioned in the article was harassing me. Still is. It feels like their entire day is just tweeting about me. Weird. Who are you? And they're all like bot accounts, right? You don't even know who they are, who's behind that. Anyone can be behind that account. Who is that person? And why do you spend all day trying to harass a survivor? But I found it really weird to see that inside of the article. If we are pro not harassing survivors, that means don't harass survivors.
Wait, is she going to say anything about the article and about Drake Bell or no?
Simple. Don't do it. Don't harass them. There are predators out there that need to be eaten. Wasting it on...
Yeah, Drake Bell! Wait, you were so close, babe. You were so close. Wait, is she going to say anything else about the article?
Survivorhood is so strange. If that much energy that people put into tearing each other down...
Is she not going to say anything about the article?
Eating predators and actually doing some justice in this world, we'd change the world. But instead, we're down here at the bottom eating each other. And predators love that, by the way, because they don't get eaten. They just watch all of us down there eat each other.
Wouldn't that also feed into Drake Bell loving that you're taking attention away from the article and like making it about like other people fighting rather than what Drake Bell has actually done?
Like that does anything at all. And none of these people, I don't think I've met this person on from Twitter, show up to a protest in the rain. Get active. Stop eating each other. It's so old. And it's what predators love, by the way. They love it. Let's knock it off. That breaks the cycle. Breaking the cycle starts with us.
Wait, is she not going to say anything about the article?
Recycle. ABUSE. Wild out there. Like wild. And I'm done. I'm done with that. I know who I am. Really know who I am. I got nothing to hide. Okay. Other people do, and I can tell, and it shows. But I do not. I got nothing to hide. So I have, what did I say earlier? I'll tell you what freedom is. No fear. And I want more survivors out there to feel that. Because people are always going to try and tear down survivors. It's the wrong thing to do. Especially if you say you support survivors, that's the wrong thing to do. Which, by the way, it's so funny when people are like on Twitter and they're like, Alexa, like because she took down the Drake Bell video, like that means she's, dude, I don't have Drake Bell on my show here. I'm not platforming him. And I'm not like trying to like, I would have an actual conversation, first of all, if I were even ever to do that, right? But that's not even happening. Christy Carlson Romano, don't even compare me to her because it didn't even work. She had this person on her show and didn't care to ask him the right questions.
This is really weird. I don't know. This is, oh God. I don't, this is oh my God. I'm actually at a loss for words. This is a really, I don't really know what to say. This is a really weird video. I can understand making a video out of frustration, but this is, it's like, she said at the start of the video, I'm not going to talk about Drake Bell because I'm being harassed, which is fine. Not really, but whatever. But she keeps bringing up different things about Drake Bell, but like deflecting them or like relating them back to like her, which again is fine. It's her own personal experience. But then in the process, completely, it's addressing Drake Bell without addressing it. And it just is kind of like, I don't know. I really don't know. We have another like 2 minutes.
Was bias and then left the survivors on red after he was on her show. Jesus, these trolls. Get your facts straight. So that felt good. That felt really good to just say that. It felt really good. And thank you, whoever's here listening. I don't even know who's here listening, but it felt really good to be able to just say that. I'm not afraid of the trolls. And there's haters watching right now. What? No fear. No fear. And that feels really good to say. And if anyone wants to judge me, go right ahead. But please don't harass me. You don't need to like me. That's okay. Survivors aren't here for you to be liked.
Oh my God.
Survivors aren't here for you to be liked. For you to like them. Okay? I don't exist for, you to like me. I don't. No one exists for people to like.
That sound effect freaks me out every fucking time. Did you see me immediately look at my window?
Them. You just show up every single day the best that you can. Try to make some change in your little corner in the world. That's the truth. Sadly, that's all we can do. We're not eternal, and I know that. And so I hope that each person just shows up daily trying to make a little change in their little corner, and that's it.
But I think she'd make a big change with educating her audience about Drake Bell. I mean, she's a sign behind it that says protect survivors, not predators. Drake Bell can be both of those, but that doesn't mean that he shouldn't be talked about. I don't think this video is very good.
And there'll be someone next after you doing that same thing and someone next doing that same thing. It doesn't make you special. That's the thing. It doesn't even make you special, but it should humble you that you weren't the first to make a little tiny change in your corner, and you won't be the last. And trying to hog the corner and who contributed to the corner, please. That's
What's going on?
No one owns any corner.
What is going on? This is a video by Drake Bell.
And hopefully we're remembered in a way that showed up the best that we could. So that's that. So at least I addressed the Drake Bell scenario. Break this.
Did you? I don't think you did. Baby, I really don't think you did. Yeah, I don't think you did. I mean, you mentioned his name. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Really don't know what to add to that other than that. I'm really stumped for words, actually. Really stumped for words. So I'm going to leave it there and process and come back to you. So I'll see you soon. Bye.